The story of Amazing Grace began in 2015 when three empowered women, Amy, Ching, and Sabrina, became increasingly frustrated at the unhealthy lifestyles and food options around them. So one day, they decided to take things into their own hands. They left their corporate jobs to chase their passion of making food that is life-giving and empowering. They sought to innovate healthier food alternatives for the growing group of urban, ambitious, and conscious community. Their humble journey started in their home kitchen with a classic range of granola and nut mixes, the now favorites of the health-conscious community. Today, they have a dedicated team of food lovers who are as passionate about producing fresh and delicious foods as well as constantly innovating to take everyday food to a new level with only the best and most nutritious food. Among their wide array of products are tantalizing granola mixes, a delightful assortment of nuts, wholesome and flavorful healthy chips, and a rich, creamy nut butter. Amazing Grace's mission is to create joy and empower people through amazing real food. The empowered founders hold a strong belief that you are what you eat, which is why they insist on using the best ingredients. Their vision is to see a generation of people who dare to discover their authentic selves and the world around them so that they can be the best version of themselves. Amazing Grace began their journey by launching an online business where they focused on selling healthy snacks. They chose the online route because it was easier to start and offline retailers were unwilling to accept their products. Nonetheless, they embraced the digital world, creating a website to showcase their nutritious treats and make use of social media marketing to reach potential customers. Their approach paid off, and within just 6 months, their healthy snacks gained popularity and people started recognizing the Amazing Grace brand. Their official Instagram page became a hub for food enthusiasts and health-conscious individuals, attracting a loyal following of 33.2K people who eagerly awaited updates and promotions. However, Amazing Grace didn't want to stop there. As much as the digital landscape allowed them to connect with customers globally, they recognized that people still preferred a more traditional shopping experience where they could only touch and feel the products before purchasing. Thus, with ambition and determination, Amazing Grace embarked on a transformation from a pure e-commerce model to click and mortar. Operating online has allowed Amazing Grace to utilize social media platforms to provide a more unique and personalized buying experience. Through the use of digital marketing, they are able to tailor their marketing efforts to reach targeted audience of specific demographics and interests. Amazing Grace uses email marketing to connect closer with existing customers and potential buyers to send out regular newsletters and exclusive offers. Customers are able to receive the latest product updates, keeping the brand top of mind for them. Amazing Grace also uses a loyalty program called the Amazing Rewards Club to incentivize customers to make repeated purchases. With every purchase made on their online store, customers can earn points and bring them closer to unlocking exclusive rewards. Next, AI-powered chatbots. Amazing Grace has harnessed the power of chatbots on their website, creating a seamless two-way communication channel between the brand and its audiences. Unlike traditional customer support, which may be limited by business hours, the chatbox now enables round-the-clock availability. By integrating the chatbox, they can provide immediate and efficient support to customers whenever needed, ensuring that inquiries and concerns are addressed promptly. Amazing Grace understands the importance of a seamless and efficient checkout process for their customers, both online and offline. To enhance the overall shopping experience, they offer a range of contactless payment options, including credit or debit cards, e-wallets, and QR code-based payments. In addition to these options, Amazing Grace also goes the extra mile to cater to low-income household consumers. They understand that financial issues can be a barrier to purchasing their products, and to address this, they have integrated Atomi Pay Later as a payment solution. Moving on to the advantages of offline, Recognizing the importance of accessibility, Amazin Graze ventured into the offline realm to bridge the gap and reach a broader audience. Establishing physical locations and participating in local events allowed them to connect with customers who might have otherwise been excluded from their online presence. By going offline, Amazin Graze has humanized its brand and made its product more accessible to those who were not as tech-savvy. Another significant advantage of offline operations is the ability for customers to physically interact with the products. In brick-and-mortar stores, customers can touch, feel, and examine the snacks packaging, which adds a sensory dimension to the shopping experience. This tactile engagement enables them to assess the textures, colors, and even the aroma of the products, providing a deeper level of understanding and connection with the brand. By venturing into offline retail stores, Amazin Graze gains valuable access to track and analyze essential data. This data encompasses information about stores with the highest sales, repeat purchases, and inventory turnover. Having such insights empowers the brand to make informed decisions regarding product placements and distribution. With this data-driven approach, Amazin Graze can strategically allocate their stocks to areas or stores with the highest sales potential.
One limitation Amazin Graze faces is the high cost of marketing and ads. It has to compete with other companies for ad space and placements through ad auctions, which drive up the cost, as platforms are charging a premium for targeted marketing options that allow ads to reach certain audiences. Another limitation Amazin Graze faces is the high digital marketing competition. It can be a challenge for Amazin Graze to stand out against other competitors' content, as there are too many contents posted on social media platforms. It can be hard for Amazin Graze to get the attention of people who are scrolling social media due to their short attention span. Lastly, its rapidly changing trends. More and more new and advanced digital apps are emerging and gaining popularity very quickly, making it difficult for Amazin Graze to determine which are the ones worth investing time and resources into to reach target audience effectively. Social media platforms are introducing new features and trends. Amazin Graze has to constantly be alert and up to date to capture trends and modify their marketing strategy. Furthermore, social media users have shorter attention spans due to being exposed to overwhelming amounts of content. It is becoming increasingly hard to compete with other content to capture the attention of audiences.
Now we will move on to our recommendations. As mainly relying on organic marketing is not sufficient to reach potential customers, Amazin Graze may use a mix of organic marketing and paid advertising to promote their brand. They may balance their paid advertising efforts with a strong organic content strategy to establish a loyal following without the need to invest significantly in ads. Additionally, Amazin Graze can focus on retargeting campaigns to re-engage users who have shown interest in the product. These campaigns often cost lower. The second recommendation is to leverage influencer marketing. Amazin Graze may collaborate with social media influencers to reach a wider audience and build credibility for the brand. By leveraging influencer marketing, Amazin Graze can build relationships with other brands and content creators in the industry to gain cross-promotional opportunities. The third recommendation would be to focus on key platforms where the target audience is most active and concentrate efforts on those rather than trying to be everywhere. Amazin Graze should actively practice a regular posting schedule and be consistent in content delivery to keep customers engaged. Moreover, the company can utilize social media features such as hashtags, reactions, and polls to connect with their audience and encourage conversations around their content.